All right, yo, check it out. We got this puzzle block board, and this is kind of a finished product. We got the pieces on the inside, but we've also got our base piece. You can see it's got a little ledge there, and then we've got our outside pieces that have this specific overlap, right? And so our board overall, this one right here, is 5 1/4 by 5 1/4 by 1. Okay. And then here's our part list, and you need to draw this grid on your own too. So there's one base piece, that's this one, and now it's part A, we'll call it. And then it is 3/4 by 3/4, or sorry, 3 3/4 by 3 3/4 by 3/4 inch thick, right? These side pieces, where there's four of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, and their side B, and they're 4.5 inches long from here to here. They're 1 inch thick. That's why it's got a 1/4 inch gap in here, because these are 1 inch right here, and then they're 3/4 of an inch that way. Right. So you need four of those. So start out by drawing this parts list, right? And you can label that one as well. Okay. And let's just see how we're going to draw this next. Okay. So we grab our T-square. And we're going to start down in this corner, and the overall is 5 1/4. So I'm going to go up to 10 1/4, because that's 5 plus 5 1/4, be right there. Okay. And then grab my T-square, and then we'll take this line up, and it should be 5 1/4 again. So, oops, I got to stay up here. So I'm going to start at the 6, and then go up to 1 1/4. I'm too high. I'm just going to go with it. I barely fit it on here. So we're going to go up to there. It's going to be a real tight drawing. And then we're going to take it across here. And then we can go right over here. So got my triangles, got a weird edge on it. So I'm going to flip it over. Okay, so here's our overall size. And again, when we go to grade this, we're going to be looking, does that fit on there? 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. Then each one comes in a ways, so we can draw it right over here. And then we can start drawing one of these. So it is, if you notice one of these, it's 3/4 this way, and it doesn't go all the way down. So I'm going to go 3/4 over and put a mark so I know where to start that. And then we're going to come 3/4 up so we know where to stop that. And I'm probably just going to put a border all the way around it, and then we'll just draw it in darker after the fact. Okay. And then we're good to, do I have all of them? No, need one over here. So 3/4 are inside on each one of those. So let's draw this one up and down first. Okay, and then I can draw that. And then get this one right here. Use my T-square on these two right here. Oh, I missed one. Where did I put it? Oh, I did the same one twice. What a goof. So then we'll go 3/4 down right here. And then we're going to get that one across. And then we're going to darken up portions of it. So I can get this out of the way because we know where the lines are. I'm going to draw this one down to here. I'm going to draw this one out to about there. And then this one, I'm going to go from there to there. And then my last one. And these are my dark edges, right? There we go. So it should look like yours, right? So it should match up. Okay, what does that corner look like? What does that corner look like? So we're good to go. So that should be wrapped around with that design. Then you get to pick your design on this. So here's mine, right? So all the pieces are going to fit inside. And then to do that, we have different piece size options. So I got 3/4, and let's just look at an example. So like this one is 3/4 this way, right? This is the longest piece I have, which is that 3 3/4. Okay. So 1.5 inches. This one's just straight up 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. And then this one is 1.5 inches by that 2 1/4. Okay, so that's where these are our piece sizes, right? And it's good to know that. So then, or I'm just going to draw a grid on here to help you get started. So let's go at 3/4, and then our next one was 1.5, 1.5, and then 2 1/4, and then what was our next one? 3/4, 1.5, 2 1/4, 3. I guess I could have a 3-inch piece, couldn't I? I missed one in there. Let's just add that on there. So I could have a 3-inch piece, but I did not. Yeah, I didn't have any that were that length, but you could. And then let's do the same thing this way as well, right? So we got 3/4, 1.5, and then we got 2 1/4. We got 3, and then the longest piece would be 3 3/4. So I'm going to lightly draw a grid in here, and then you can start darkening up some of the pieces that you want to do. So I'll just make one just random piece. Don't make like a 3/4 by 3/4 square at all. I don't know. I thought about doing that and I was like, nah, we're not going to do that. So this is my grid to help me get started designing my pieces. So let's say I wanted a piece that looked like this and then came down like I couldn't do like a U shape, okay? So no U shapes, but my L-shaped piece that I had could look something like this. And then if you need to afterwards, we can erase some of that grid to make it a little bit easier to see my actual, right? Because that one's just like that, okay? So then you just take that and start laying out how all your pieces are going to fit. And then when you're done, we'll know how big to make them. That's pretty much it. So good luck on it. Good luck designing it. And we'll catch you next time.